Hey guys, D-Man here, and today we are doing a new video, actually a whole new video playlist, starting with this video here. And this is going to be similar to my best idea videos ever. I have a video series or a video playlist that's called the best ideas ever, right? I'll put that in the link below if you want to check that out, right? But this one's going to be the opposite spectrum. This is going to be the worst ideas ever or things I hate. It really depends on like the way I'm feeling. And this is one I hate. Like this is one of the worst ideas ever that I hate that someone else came up with. Whew. Okay, so how to start this one? Um Basically this is a shipping one of Batman and Batgirl. I hate this goddamn ship, okay? Usually I don't actually give a crap about ships in most shows I watch, you know? Sometimes I'll be like, "Oh, that's disappointing that these two people got together because that doesn't even make sense sometimes." Or sometimes I'll be like, "Ooh, that's cool because these two people got together, right?" But I never actually gave it much thought. I was just kind of like, it's a ship, whatever, who cares, right? Because ships are basically annoying and bullcrappy. And to be honest, this one is more like a minor nuisance to me that every time I get reminded of it, I'm just like, ugh. Like I roll my eyes, I'm just like, ugh. Why would someone want to do that? That's just, ugh. It's like a minor nuisance. I can't really say I hate it that much, but I just a minor nuisance. I just don't like it, you know what I mean? And there's only one ship that ever really mattered to me, and that would be Beast Boy and Raven. The best ship ever was ever created. Out of every show or comic or movie or anime or whatever, Beast Boy and Raven is the best ship. They deserve to be together. And no matter how much times they change the characters in the comics or the TV shows, no matter how much times they date other people, in my heart, they'll always be together because Beast Boy and Robin. I mean, not Robin. Beast Boy and Raven forever. Was I saying Robin that whole time? I hope not. Beast Boy and Raven forever, okay? Just saying, in my heart of hearts, it's Beast Boy and Raven forever. And that's the only ship that matters to me. And every show that shows them doing differently, I can just be like, meh, But I know in my heart of hearts that it's Beast Boy and Raven, or Raven and Beast Boy, whichever way you want to talk about, whichever way you want to look at it. Just saying. Anyways, that's enough of the rant of the best ship ever made in all of television and all of like comics, just in all of media in general. That's enough about the best ship ever made. Let's talk about the worst ship in my personal opinion. The only one that I actually get super annoyed at when I hear, I don't get like super duper annoyed at like where I can't like function without being like, I gotta leave an angry comment on this video or something like that. Like I don't get that annoyed. I'm just like, ugh, like just roll my eyes. Okay, so why do I not like the Batman and Batgirl relationship thing that people have made? There's multiple reasons, but first off, let me tell you who I think made this up. I don't know who actually made the relationship up, but I do know that it's been in the cartoons mostly, if I'm not mistaken, and like somewhat in the comic books, but mostly it was in the cartoons. And it really does annoy me because of certain reasons, which I'll get into later. But I think the person that made this is kind of I'm not trying to throw shade here because I don't know for sure. Maybe he just thinks that it was a cool idea. But I think the person that made this probably wanted to date his son's girlfriend and knew he couldn't. So he was just like, you know who can date their son's girlfriend? Batman. That's who can. Because Batman's awesome. Even though he's like a 40-year-old man going after like an 18-year-old. That's awesome. But whatever, okay? I'm just saying what's my opinion. Okay, I don't know if that's true or not. I'm just saying that's what I think. I think it's some creepy guy that wanted to go with his son girlfriend, but couldn't, so he's just like, Batman can do that. um, But why is Batman's and Batgirl's relationship so wrong? Um, First off, the age difference. Now I get it. If you're 18, go out with whoever you want to go out with, right? If you're a guy or a girl, you have the choice to go out with whoever you want to go out with, right? Because you're 18, you're legal age, you're able to decide for yourself. So you can go out with a 9-year-old if you want to, or a 110-year-old if you can find one that's still alive. If you really want to, you can go out with the creepiest, oldest creep ever, and I guess I have to be fine with it because you're legal age. And technically, in Canada and in other places, you're legal age even younger. So in Canada, like you're 16, you can actually do the same thing. So technically, in some places, you can go out with creepy old guys when you're like 16. It's pretty weird. um, but yeah, like the age difference is a contributing factor to that because Batman is like in his 40s and she's like in her late 20s to maybe early, like maybe late, maybe like, sorry, not late 20s, like maybe like early 20s to late teens. I don't know exactly how old she is, but she's around there. And Batman's like early 40s, maybe late 40s, around his 50s or something like that. I don't know exactly how old he is, but he's pretty goddamn old. Now I'm not saying that this is the worst thing ever because I have seen some couples that have worked out like that where the person is older and the younger one still falls in love with them and stuff like that. I have seen couples that work out like that, but usually it does not end well. I'm just saying, like, most of the time it doesn't end well, and a lot of the time it's just kind of creepy. It's just kind of like, why are you going out with that person? You are you sure you're in it for love, or are you in it for some money, or like, are they blackmailing you maybe or something? Like, I don't know. It's just kind of weird when people go out with older people than themselves. Like not like older, but like super older. You know what I mean? But I get it. Batman's Batman, dude. He's like a rich, buff dude. So it's not that weird. And the second part of why it's so wrong would have to be that it's basically his best friend's daughter, which does happen. Like sometimes people date their best friends' family members or daughters or sisters and stuff like that. But it's just weird. It's just not a thing you would do. Like I'm pretty sure I'd be pretty pissed off at my best friend for dating my daughter if I had one, you know? I'd be like, no, you're as old as me. Get the fuck away from my daughter, dude. Like what the fuck? She just turned 18. Like what the fuck is wrong with you? I'm just saying it's weird. The third wrongest thing um, hmm, would have to be like the mentor relationship they have because Batman kind of mentored her in a certain sense because she's part of the Bat family and she was young when she joined it. So he kind of like helped her out and like showed her the ropes and stuff like that. So he's kind of like a tutor slash mentor. Again, I do know of relationships that have happened where like teachers and students have gotten together and it has worked out, but most of the time it doesn't, and sometimes it involves like really creepy stuff. But like that's just kind of weird when a teacher and student get together. Sometimes it works out, and sometimes it's like, oh, well, that's cool. But sometimes it's like, ew, like, are you sure? That's kind of creepy. Like, are you doing this to get good grades, or like, did they inappropriately touch you and maybe blackmail you or something? Like, I don't know. Like, sometimes it's just weird, and sometimes it works out. You know, it's a weird thing to deal with, but sometimes it works out, and sometimes it's just like, eh, you know, like, eh. So yeah, like they have like a tutor student relationship, which is kind of weird. At least in some formats, not like always, but at least in some ways they do. Um, and probably the last and final one that I had the biggest problem with, and like the biggest thing that I dislike about this, is that she was his son's girlfriend. Okay, like she was his son's girlfriend. Like anybody that does that to your family member is an asshole. Like if your mother or father or brother or sister did that to you, you'd be like, what the fuck? Like, if your mother dated your boyfriend, or your father dated your girlfriend, or your sister or your brother dated your girlfriend or boyfriend, you'd be like, what the fuck? You'd be pretty pissed off. I'm sure it has working out before. Like, I'm sure this has happened like a ton of times in reality, where like your girlfriend or whatever has done something with a family member. And I'm sure sometimes it works out and you're like, okay, I'm fine with it. Well, some people are probably like, I'm fine with it. But some people, like, I would say the majority of people would be like, I'm not fine with that at all. Because that is really fucked up. That's really fucked up. Like, I'm not fine with that at all. Like, I know I would be pissed. Like, I would blame the girl less, to be honest, or the girlfriend or boyfriend, whoever it is. I'd blame them less, to be honest, but I'd still blame them to a certain extent because they know how much this would hurt you. They're like, oh, like, yeah, like I'm fucking your dad or whatever, right? They know how much that would hurt you, but the person I'd blame the most is the person that they're doing it to. Like, if it was your like father, dad, mom, brother, sort of thing, sister, right? The person I blame most is them because they know for sure how much it would hurt you. They know for sure how much it would fuck you up. Like my own family member fucking basically stole my girlfriend or my ex-girlfriend even. Like my own family member did this to me. Like what the fuck is wrong with you? Like that's probably one of my biggest problems with this is I think Batman has more respect for Dick, you know? Like, I think he wouldn't do that to Dick, because Batman tried to help Dick and stuff like that. And even if they have a falling out sometimes, Batman still, like, loves Dick as his son. So I don't think he would do that to his son, right? Like, Batgirl can like Batman all she wants, but I think Batman would reject her just on a morality basis. Not that he's just like, oh, she's too ugly for me or something like that. More like he's just like, I like you, but you dated my son, and if I fucking, like, screwed you, he'd be probably real fucking pissed off at me. Like, I, I don't know, like, I guess Batman has been shown to have loose morals, but I feel like he would have enough of a brain to think, like, maybe screwing my son's girlfriend would be fucked up. Like, I think he would have enough of a brain to think that. I don't know. Like, I just think Batman would think that, but maybe he wouldn't. Maybe he'd be like, nah, screwing my son's girlfriend is awesome. I can just screw her and then he just gets mad at me. Who cares, right? It's not like he's like my adopted son or anything. But yeah, like I don't know. That's just fucked up. If any family member ever does that, uh, like you kind of deserve to have your kids hate you or your sister, brother, or whatever hate you. Like if you do that to them, you kind of deserve to have them hate you. Like if that happened to me, I'd be fucking livid. I'd be like, what the fuck is wrong with you people? I'd be like, first off, like you're a fucking bitch for doing this, and like get the fuck out of here. And second off, you're my fucking family member. You're an asshole. Like you're an even bigger bitch than she is. Like you're the biggest bitch here. Like you're supposed to be my dad or my mom or my sister or whatever, right? Like what the fuck is wrong with you? I don't know, man. Like it's just a really messed up situation to do, especially to another family member. You know what I mean? But that's probably my biggest complaint. Is this like all that stuff I can look past to a certain extent, even though I find it slightly creepy, and most people probably do. But sometimes that stuff can work out in your favor. But the fact that it was his his like adopted son's ex-girlfriend. I'm not saying that she didn't have the right to do it with him, right? Or he didn't have the right to do it with her. I'm saying that they should have had the more like not her necessarily. Like I don't blame her as much as Batman because he should have had the moral thoughts of being like maybe I shouldn't screw my son's fucking ex-girlfriend like an asshole. But I don't know. I'm just thinking out loud here. You know what I mean? It's just weird and stupid. I don't know though. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this really long video. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, and share. Hit the bell notification because that's the best way to keep up with my content. And tell me what you think in the comments below. If you think I'm wrong or if you think I'm right. Because I know relationships aren't necessarily dependent on age and like stuff like that. So like I understand how people can get along with other people like that, but the biggest one to me is just like family member basically doing that to you. You'd probably end up paying your family member. At least I know I fucking would. I'd probably like I I would borderline disown them almost. I don't know. I might not borderline disown them, but I'd be livid. But yeah, tell me in the comment section below what you think and what you would do. And anyways, guys, uh, Beast Boy and Raven are the best couple ever created in the world. And uh, like, comment, subscribe, and share. Hit the bell notification because it's the best way to keep up my content. Go down to the link below to my Twitters and also my best ideas ever because I have a lot of good ideas. And as always, friends, stay sane. Peace. Guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, you should check out this one or this one. Or, click right there because that will subscribe to my channel. That middle one right there. Anyways, I hope you liked it. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, and share. Go to my Twitter and follow. And as always, my friends, stay sane. Peace.